This is the Sim Pit. I'm your host, Sean Cole, but the real star of today's show is the Ricmotech Hot Lap Humpday, which we do on that third Wednesday of every month. It is a really fun competition that seems to gain intensity every time we do this because, well, because people take it very seriously. So the lap times keep getting tighter and tighter, and the whole day or evening of racing is finalized with a three-man shootout for the win for the night. We're going to be here a while. Sorry about the late start. We're getting about a half-hour late start, but we are still here for another 3.5 hours. So plenty of streaming, plenty of driving, plenty of racing to go still. I want to bring on board, and you might already heard him in the background, Kevin Ford. Are you there? Can you hear me?
I have a copy. How are you, Mr. Cole?
I am doing very well. We're going to have to make a lot of audio adjustments because, you know, even though we do this every week, I am on new computers all around me. Everything around me is brand new setup everywhere. So who knows what audio levels I have today. That'll be a mystery.
No worries, no worries.
So, how are things looking? I noticed, you know, I had a whole game plan of how I was going to score bonus points. And then I noticed that Pat Iannucci's already in the room. How am I going to score bonus points if Pat's already here? Like, well... Oh, Hidalgo's already on the board up there.
Yeah, that's who I'm trying to find out who's in that rig right now.
So yeah, also on the stream with us here today, we have Ricmotech Black and Ricmotech Red. Those two cameras you see in the upper right-hand corner, both of those are from Ricmotech headquarters in South Florida, Miami area. And they bring their friends and family guests on down to the shop to partake in the Hot Lap Humpday with us. So you'll see a variety of different people, some dressed better than others, running in 4 different rigs that you can see available, and a variety. We'll talk about the rigs at some point during the show. I'm sure at this point I'm kind of itching to get out on track. I think that's a good way for me to find out how my audio video is looking. Kevin is...
Sebastian Fraser's in that Oscar Hidalgo simulator down there at Ricmotech, and he watches himself up to the top of the board with a 120.627.
Kevin, how do we cure that? When you're on push to talk, we get duplicate audio.
Yeah, let me see if I can find a way around it.
Oh, I love Interlagos. I haven't been here in a long time, but what a great racetrack.
Yep, it's a blast.
Incredible.
I had a ball getting this car set up today, this morning. I got the setup built, and I didn't want to get out of the car. It was so much fun.
It looks like my inside front tire was actually off the ground there for a moment.
Doug Holly's back up here into that D2 slot with that 120.849. Now only 2 tenths off of our leader, Sebastian Fraser. David Clymer back up into P3 now with that 121.148. We have John G. Hill out of California with that number 80 with a 121.810. Rounding out our top 5, Thomas Index. Good to see him out there with us tonight from Michigan with a 124.638.
Yeah, we got massive echo. It's very racy, though. I feel like I'm at the stadium.
Right? Oh, it's quick. I mean, it is a scream drive, this thing.
Are we giving out the password?
Yes, we are. I think we can go ahead and release that. Password tonight is Ricmosimpit. That's right, R-I-C-M-O-S-I-M-P-I-T, Ricmosimpit. That'll get you the discussion tonight. Come on out and join us. We have quite a few pit stalls on the show. 73 of them tonight.
John G. Hill found himself a little bit of time out there on that last lap, moving up into P3 with a 120.868.
Take a moment to double check my audio and video with the crew. Double audio is pretty bad. Yeah. Now we're gonna have to get on our A game. And then Kimber says that you were just a little bit louder than I. So let me.
Want me to turn me down on my end?
No, you leave you alone because you're balanced for everybody else. So let me get it on my end. I can turn you down just a touch in TeamSpeak.
Copy that.
And I appreciate everybody's patience as we get things perfectly set.
I'm getting all these bonus points added to the drivers that are participating this evening. Right, if you register for the Hot Lap Championship, which is our year-long event here, as we Hot Lap Challenge every month, all drivers are welcome to come in each month for the Hot Lap Challenge, but we are making a championship out of it this year. Go down and visit Ricmotech.com, check out their site, and also register for the championship. All you have to do to be eligible is to have purchased some equipment from Ricmotech at one point or another in your sim career, and if you haven't yet, well, now there's a good excuse to get it done. So go ahead and get registered for that Hot Lap Championship. We're handing out bonus points tonight for drivers that just come in and participate in the event. They'll get bonus points, and of course, a bonus point goes to the driver or any driver that makes it to the top of the board during the event this evening. You hit that #1 spot, get yourself 3 bonus points tonight for our February event here in 2019.
You guys hear Kevin over my car? I think I might have turned you down too much. Danger, Will Robinson.
Hold on. Don, how's the car feel out with the cloud cover?
My super secret trick, Kevin, is I have you turned down so low that I can't hear you talk when I'm driving.
Shall I try screaming?
No, I need to make another adjustment, I do believe.
No worries, finish that lap button. We'll add a bonus points here to all our participants. Cole. Minimum laps in now to get your bonus point for the season. That's right, all drivers participating in the championship here for the Hot Lap Challenge. You must run at least a minimum of 3 laps in order to get that point bonus for participation. Don, you met that goal. What's it going to take to get you to the top of the board tonight, buddy?
I can't hear you, Kevin.
No worries. I'm just saying go really fast.
I think I heard something about going fast. I want to go fast.
That's what I told you. Go fast. Shaun, do you have a copy of me now, or are you still barely able to hear me?
Yeah, I should pull over and adjust. You happen to chime in right when I was off the gas. Yeah. Okay. Yeah, I think I need to turn you up.
Check.
Yes.
1 2 1 2. Great weather out here tonight. Little warm though. We're dealing with some pretty steep track temperatures though. About 91 degrees out there on the track. Jason Menda move up into P9 here out of Florida with a 123.529. Sitting just inside that 10th position, just ahead of Brian Prudell. Rick Hyde holding on to P11 with a 125 flat. Russ Ruddock moves up into P9, one of the Extreme Motorsports Sports Car Series drivers. Good to see him out of Texas tonight. 121.789. Pat Iannucci holding up into that P4 now, man. He is just getting it done. 5 laps into the session, already P4 with a 120.480. Now, our levels now, Sean?
I think, well, I think the way I have things, it's going to be a little hard to hear you over my car. Also, this car is louder than almost every car we've ever driven. In such a beautiful, good way.
Oh, yeah.
I've been told that my in-game audio is blowing everything out, so I'm going to turn down iRacing specifically. I have a really awesome audience.
I would say you probably have one of the best audiences in the sim world.
They always got my back. They exhibit just a little bit of patience, understanding I'm a one-man show. But we are going to...
We need to get you a monkey on one shoulder, clapping cymbals, and...
That would be awesome.
Have a little drum, on your right knee, and you just drive and put on a 10-man show. I mean, you pretty much do that now anyway.
All right, so we're going to turn iRacing down just a little bit, and that should not affect your or my volume at all. So we're going to see how that works out. This car is really loud.
That's not going to affect your sound of your car in your headset, though, is it? Still won't be able to hear me over the car.
No, it'll affect me a little bit, but I couldn't hear you anyway, so that was okay.
Oh, okay, good.
As much as that was probably going to help me tonight, not hearing you.
It probably would, but it's always fun to chat with you when you're shifting.
Those are the rules. Those are the rules. Those are the rules we play by.
Hey, that's how my salary gets paid doing this. It's from all those drivers out there competing against you. Oh, David Klanger doing what he does best, climbing up the board to P4 with a 120.435. Great time out of David. Pat Iannucci now getting bumped down to P5. Sean Cole holding on to that P6. John Hill, P7. P8, Thomas Dudek. Russ Ruddock doing a great job tonight, P9. And he moves up to P8 now with a 121.300. Rounding out our top 10 this evening, Jason Menda out of Florida with a 123.529. And as I speak, Pat Iannucci, man, 7 laps into the session, right there with Michael Gordon. Both came in at the same time, and our 2-3 now, taking P2, Pat, with a 119.604. Well, again, we'll let our viewers know the password is Simpit. That's right, Simpit, RICMOSIMPIT. That'll get you into the session tonight. We welcome as many of you to join us this evening. We are at Interlagos Jeep with the Indycar, the older Indycar. That's right, the Dallara 2011 model, circa 2011, here on iRacing. Putting it to the paces here at Interlagos. We've got mostly cloudy skies with a 70-degree temperature outside, ambient temperature. Our track temp is creeping up to about 85 degrees right now. And of course, we expect some of that cloud cover to move out here as the afternoon moves along. So the track temp's going to fluctuate quite a bit. These drivers are going to be chasing that top time of the board here this evening. And we have 73 pit stalls. That's right, 73 pit stalls available. So come on out this evening and join us for the Ricmotech Hot Lap Challenge here live on the Sim Pit with Sean Cole and myself. Great to have everyone out this evening, drivers and viewers alike.
Where'd my mouse go? Where did I put my mouse? That's a problem. Oh, like way down there. Be right back. Thank you, Brandon. If I didn't need to yell. Okay, thank you. I'm getting updates on my audio mix from Brandon. Okay, I'm back. I had to act like a little monkey and climb around my rig.
All right, Sean, we're going to do a quick audio test. I'm going mic here and see if we're getting that double audio. You ready?
Yeah.
We do want to thank Ricmotech for putting on the event this evening. Visit Ricmotech.com when you get a chance. Check out all their great sim gear on their website. They have a little bit of everything. That's right, they are a Thrustmaster dealer, and they also carry Leo Bodner parts and supplies and just about anything you need, sim racing needs. Visit Ricmotech.com when you get a chance. Of course, you don't have to do it right now as you're out there on track trying to win that Ricmotech t-shirt tonight. Great to see everybody out for our event. This is round 2 of the Ricmotech Hot Lap Challenge Championship. And if you're just visiting us for the first time, we welcome you aboard. We do give away prizes for each one of these Hot Lap events that we do the third Wednesday of each month. And also, we have a championship that's wrapped into this whole thing. Yep, 12 races throughout the year of 2019 on that third Wednesday of every month. You can gain points in that championship and look forward to winning that big prize at the end of the year, which we'll be announcing later on. Anywho, great driving out there tonight, guys. Really having a great time up here watching you guys in the booth, the eyes in the sky here, and chatting with Sean Cole as he's out there on track. We'd love to try to distract him for the rest of you there, so you guys can make sure that
I'm running an 8. I'm an 8. That's enough distraction.
You are an 8, man. You're doing pretty good, Sean. So, so how's the shifting going? Can I distract you a little more?
Shifting is actually going better than the throttle pedal application. That seems to be. I guess it's been a little while since I've dealt with this kind of horsepower.
A little different. You know, it's like all these open wheel cars. You have to use a little bit of throttle in the corners to get that thing to rotate. It is a lot of different balance between the pedals and those 10 tops.
Yeah. It's fun though. It's nice having
Jason Mende getting a spot up into the P11 there with a 122.664. Nice job, Jason.
It's nice having a good open-wheeled view though.
Oh man, isn't that great? I mean, you can really appreciate the scenery of iRacing and all the little finite details that they've built in. Certainly the weather, you know, you can really get a great view of everything. Open cockpit.
Whoa, that was mean.
Sean Cole pops a new P7 time there with a 120.383. Great time, Sean.
Sorry, Rick. I just totally undercut Rick going into 1. Oh, I just got another report on our audio mix, I believe.
Okay.
Whoa! Well, that's one way. Oh. And then I get in Rick's way. Sounds nice.
Oh, good to see Benjamin Worthen with us out of California, moving up to P5 with a 120.226.
Look at Ben. Ben's a badass. He's my good buddy. All right, we're working on latest report. Sounds like we got the audio right, but we got some screens in some dumb spots. Yeah, all this is sort of in the layout. Everything I had set up for the our endurance team, which is like a totally different layout.
All right, let's go ahead and run down that leaderboard here. P1 tonight so far, we have Sebastian Perez, who was in that Ricmotech simulator down there at the open house. He's holding on to that P1 time with a 119.217. 2 right now, and the number 13 IndyCar Dallara, Pat Iannucci with a 119.449. David Clymer holding on to that P3, been sitting there for a few minutes now with a 119.718. Then we drop back to the 120.033 in the P4 of John G. Hill, which now just got bumped down to P5. Benjamin Worthen moving up into that P4 with a 119.986. We now have 4 drivers, Sean, sitting up in the 19. Moving down to P6, we have Michael Borden out of the Midwest with a 120.079. P7 goes to Brian Prudell, and that number 07 out of the Northwest with a 120.305. Back in P8, Doug Holly holding on to a 120.314. Sean Cole's been bumped down to P9 now with a 120.383. And rounding out the top 10 is our Extreme Motorsports Sports Car Series driver, Russ Ruddock, in that number 95 with a 121.300.
I can't even blame you for being P9, huh?
I'm going to chat with Frank for just a second. Sean, I'll be right back.
All right, I'm going to go out on track. Coming out behind John George Hill. John G. Hill up ahead of me. Frank Rico behind. That's one of those 2 cockpits above me on the stream here. Don't know which car it is. Maybe Kevin will get us some clarification on that at some point in the stream. Always takes a little while to figure out who's in-house there in Miami at Ricmotech. Much better line through that section than I did. Blow it up. Oh, I hit that damn bump. Alright, let's get a clean lap. My force feedback is too strong. We're gonna have to fix that. good grunnels here. Look out.
Well, now's as good a time as any to remind our viewers, Sean, about that password to get in tonight. That is Ricmo Simpit. Again, Ricmo Simpit. That'll get you into our featured event, round 2 of the Ricmotech Hot Lap Challenge for 2019. That's right, the Ricmotech Hot Lap Challenge Championship now for this year. That's right, you can get entered in by visiting ricmotech.com. All of the specs and information and regulations and everything. To be a part of the Ricmotech Hot Lap Championship for 2019, you can earn bonus points each night for just participating for each one of our events. Every third Wednesday of the month, we put them on, and Sean Cole from the Sim Pit graciously provides his wonderful talents and great broadcast and phenomenal driving out there to help us put on a bigger show for this Ricmotech event. We do appreciate everyone coming out, all our viewers out there. And again, for any of you that want to get out on track and join us this evening, if you're not registered for the championship, you are welcome to come on out. Ricmos, let me try it again. Ricmo Simpit. Again, Ricmo Simpit. Yeah. Hold my beer, will you, Sean?
I think it was Bob Uecker who once said that, wasn't it?
I believe. Boy, these overcast skies are helping here. Well, we're up to a 91-degree track temp at this time, so it's climbing. It was 86 degrees about 15-20 minutes ago, so it has come up a little. We'll probably see that time go up as the afternoon kicks in. We're at about 12:30 time here in Brazil. That's our time of the day here that the drivers are out on course. See that time progress throughout the afternoon, obviously, in that track temp, and temperature will be fluctuating as these clouds move in and out throughout the afternoon. It's provided us with that incredible new eye model. Yeah, the active weather. All that live weather moving through the sky, sun going in and out behind those clouds, beautiful sunsets, the sunrises, and we've seen a lot of great races in the Ricmotech Sports Car Series so far this year, as well as the World Challenge. On Monday night race, we started Motegi GP, Sean, in the dark.
Oh, shoot.
Started the race at the crack of sunrise. Man,
that had to be crazy.
oh, it was neat. And I'll tell you, watching the sun come across the track up through the S's there, you know, through 8, 9, and 10, I think, up through that section, and the sun coming up over the hill there, and you started getting that blinding orange hue across the rubber on the track. Oh, the immersion factor with this weather just really does so much.
Right.
Sean says it's not making me any faster.
It doesn't help.
Nope. Let's see what's happening up at the top of the leaderboard. Oh, look at this. Michael Gordon in that number 11 tonight, moving up into that P1 with a 119.156, dropping Sebastian Praise's time down into that P2. Pat Iannucci now holding on to that P3, still with that 119.449. We know he's out there hustling, trying to get everything he can out of that car. Benjamin Worthen out of California.
Whoops.
Sean Cole's buddy there holding on to that P4 slot with a 119.538. I know we'll be seeing him and Sean and John Hill and Clymer, all those guys battling it out there in that 4th through 7th position. 8th place goes to Brian Prudell right now with a 120.198. Sitting 9th, Doug Holly with a 120.314. And Thomas Dudek, always good to see him out with us here in P10 with a 120.947.
Thank you, guys. I got some people rooting in the chat. Thank you, thank you. For some reason, my other chat wasn't working, but I got this one turned back on, so now I can actually see what people are saying. And Kimber getting the password out. Thank you, Kimber. Greg's VR. I wish I...
Yeah, thank you, Kimber. Yeah, we'll remind everyone again. Ricmo Simpit. That's right, Ricmo Simpit. That is the password for this round 2 for 2019. February, 3rd Wednesday of every month. That's right. Join us tonight. Come on out and join us right now. We are live here at Interlagos GP in the IndyCar. It is a fixed setup tonight, Sean. I forgot to remind everyone about that earlier. We're not running open setup tonight. We do have a fixed setup in the car. There's a couple little things you can do it, but for the most part, you're locked into that setup, and that's going to really allow drivers to push their talents up against their competition. That car is identical between each driver, so how this plays out this evening.
Yeah, but I've noticed that the cream still rises to the top. Huh?
It always play out that way, doesn't it? See, I play it safe, Sean. I just kind of sit at the bottom of the list here while you guys do all that work all night long. And even though I may come in last, I'm not all full of sweat at the end of the day.
You're not worn out. Oh, jeez. Jeez.
Oh, see, I know you get to talking, Sean. You see what happens.
I did that in front of Michael Borden, too. How embarrassing.
Oh.
He's like, oh, look at the amateur. Amateur.
Yeah, Sean feels bad about that, Michael. I'll have a word with him.
All right, so who's in the Frank Rico machine? Because we got a bird's eye view of him. Do you know which account is which?
That's me, Kevin. Good to see you, Red.
Kevin, do you... Oh, wait, hey. I did not see that coming.
Oh, go ahead, Sean. What were you asking there, buddy?
I got Hidalgo'd.
Oh, you did you?
Wasn't that the name of a big movie about a storm in the Middle Eastern desert or something?
Oh, yeah. You're right. Good memory. All right, I got my eyes in the sky, and my eyes are on you, buddy.
Oh, lovely.
Yep. Oh, look at Sean dancing around, coming out of that last corner there.
I got a good person to chase around for a little while.
Yeah, I see that. Oh, man, these things just fly around the track.
This car is really twitchy and fun.
It sure is, man. How's the setup feel, buddy? It's not a car that I've had a whole lot of experience in. Tried to get it as balanced as I could.
Its balance is good. It does have a couple weird behaviors where it feels like it's bottoming out.
Oh, does it? Okay.
Yeah. Like I can see the left inside tire coming off the ground on the hard left-hander, the downhill one.
Oh, I built that in on purpose.
It's entertaining. But its balance is good, so it's not a tough setup to drive.
Okay, good.
See, right here on this left down here. The left inside tire.
Oh, yeah. I see that there. Sure. What would that take there? Maybe stiffer springs on the front end a little?
It might be a ride height issue because of how extreme the track is there.
Oh, gotcha. Sure. It kind of
because we're like in a
out there.
We're like in a pit there almost.
Yep. Kind of like a sim pit or something.
Well, if you can't stay with the guy you're following, it doesn't help a lot.
Right.
The rear end does it right there, Kevin. It's a funny sound you can make the car make. My force feedback's still tearing my arms off. Supposed to drift in IndyCar.
Oh, I have a message to you from Mr. Frank Rico that we need to refresh your trading paints on your system there. Should have the Ricmotech car, or should have had the Ricmotech car behind you a little while ago, and that car.
We will fix that right now. I thought I did have that sorted out.
Ah, no worries.
Is that speeding? You know what? So, in order to do this, Norman, the GS5 seat review's slightly on hold. I got a couple other things that have jumped in front of it because of time sensitivity. But it is well in the works, for sure. iRace, Joa, thank you. Thank you. Yes, something must be horribly wrong. I need to... see if I can do trading paints on Alt-Tab. It won't refresh until I come back in the room, though. So, bear with me, everybody. We're going to have to do something most unfortunate. Maybe I should put up my image. I haven't put up an image today. Alright, bear with me. It's not going to be this computer, then. Sorry, everybody. But if I'm going to do that, then I want to do this real quick also.
Oh, Pat Iannucci finds a little bit of time out there up into P2 now with a 119.191. Two drivers now sitting in the 119.1s now, knocking on the 118s. I got a feeling we're going to be hitting a 118.5 by the end of the night. Let's see if that's achievable.
All right, there's part one. Part two. Where's my trading paint? Why is it not happening? Because I don't see no trading paints. I had this problem the other day. Now I know why. Am I on the wrong keyboard? I am. Shit. Oh, it's so confusing. I see Ricmotech Red running. He's just a very still mover. I think.
Okay, you do have the red, white, black paint scheme there?
Me? I'm working on it.
Oh, Michael Borden's not going to let Pat have it. Taking that P2 back away with a 119.156, just 0.04 of a second quicker.
Oh, it's not on startup. That's why. Okay. Trading paints, you are allowed to be on startup. Alright, I think we will have solved this. That guy hasn't moved in a while, has he? Or is he moving? I can't tell. Hey, Kevin.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir. Go right ahead.
Is Ricmotech Red frozen?
No, not on my, oh, yeah, it sure looks like it, doesn't it? Man, it looks like a suit and tie driver.
Mike, I've never done a setup, a video of my setup, but I should at this point. Now that it's in its final variation, let me get it fine-tuned, and maybe I'd do something like that. I have no problem pulling back the curtain and letting people see how the sausage is made, so to speak. I could have done a better job of putting that camera on me, I think, too.
Oh, Sean, look at you up in P6.
Hey, look at that. I did that while I wasn't even here. That's almost...
Hey,
that's
dang-dangity dong, man. Look at you go. P6.
Nah, the guy in 5th must have disconnected or something. Oh, it's Climber. Climber.
On the board, Pat Iannucci in that number 13, grabbing the first 118 of the night. That's right, a 118.994, amazing time out of Mr. Iannucci this evening.
Shoot, look who just walked in.
Let me guess, Mike Dam.
Mike Dam.
Yeah, here we go.
Mike Jean-Claude Van Damme.
Okay, Jean-Claude Van Damme. That's right. Oh, I love the sound of these cars. I'm up in the blimp, and quite a few of you were coming through that 2 and 3 there, or 4 and 5 rather. And man, that was quite the roar. Oh, watch out there. Right side, you're there.
I'm just coming through no matter what, I guess.
I see that. Yep.
I was out. There was nothing I could do to prevent anything there. I was just coming.
Track temp creeping up just a little bit there. Drivers were up to 92-degree track temp. We'll be seeing that climb here for a little bit as the afternoon moves on. We're looking at about, 1:45 Eastern time here at Interlagos in Brazil. That's our in-sim race time. So we've got a couple hours of that afternoon sun to bake through these clouds and kick up that track temp a little more. So get those best times in while those clouds are out. That may go up and be a little looking more difficult as the afternoon moves on, but we see Sean Cole moving into P5. Those clouds are working in his favor. 119.509, and as I say that, Benjamin Worthen, look at him, 118.871. What a time out of Ben in that number 19 IndyCar.
Go Ben. You know, Ben was a very talented sim racer way back when.
I can see that.
And then the guy went and made the cardinal mistake of sim racing. He went and got married and had a kid. Right. Now, I will say in his defense, he has a wonderful wife and child. So, at least if you're going to do it right.
That's right. Oh, Pat Iannucci comes back with an uppercut. 118.866, knocking Benjamin back down to P2 with about a tenth of a difference.
All right, I'm going to leave it on Pat Iannucci, and then I'm going to take a small cool down. Now that everything's operational, now I got my wheel where I want it to be.
Yep.
Yeah, I think it's time to take... Hey, Mike, thank you very much. I'm going to pick it up.
Clymer in that number 242. Great job, buddy. A 119.069 moving up into that P4 slot, knocking Michael Borden down now to P5 with his 119.156.
All right, so I'll be right back. I've got it watching Pat.
Oh, all right. Sounds good. We'll jump over to Pat Iannucci, driver that's battling for the top of that leaderboard right now. Let's see where... Oh, making that turn up onto that front straightaway there. Making a clean pass down into turn one there. Pat coming through. Free. Oh, we do want to remind our viewers out there on the Sim Pit of how you can get into the session tonight. That's right, we welcome anyone to join us here for the Ricmotech Hot Lap Challenge each month, each third Wednesday of the month, that is. And tonight we are in round 2 of the Ricmotech Hot Lap Championship tonight. But it is open to all drivers. You do not have to be a member of the champion scoring system, but if you would like to join the championship, just visit Ricmotech.com. That's right, go check out their site. They have just about anything you can imagine for yourself. Also, take a look at the criteria there that needs to be met to get into that formula, and that will give you bonus points each night and put you in contention for that annual big prize, the driver with the most grand prize that will be given away, and we'll be announcing that here later on this year. So come on out and join us. Password is Ricmo Simpit. Again, Ricmo Simpit. Gosh, I thought that would have been easier to remember putting those together. Anyway, Ricmo Simpit, Ricmo Simpit, that'll get you out here. We do have quite a few pit stalls left this evening. We're up to 27, and I believe, I think we set it for higher than what it's actually showing. Showing us with about 39 or 40 pit stalls. So we do still have about 12 or 13 stalls left here this evening, as we are about, we've got about 2.5 hours remaining in our session before we get down to that final qualifier. Let's see, now I take that back. We are 3.5, 2.5. Yeah, we are about an hour and a half out. About an hour. Brad Perez getting his best time here with a 122.762, moving up into that P18. Tyson Landis out with us out of Club, Ohio, driving that number 14 car tonight with a 122.426, holding down that P17 slot. Mike Conger joins us out of Pennsylvania this evening, driving that number 25. He's got himself into that P14 with a 121.515. Now that our event is stacking up with drivers here for tonight's shootout here at the end of our event, we'll go ahead and go over the rules for everyone tonight, for those drivers that have been in here multiple times, and a lot of you have been in here since we started this back at the beginning of 2018. Great to see everyone for our 14th event here tonight. That's right, the Ricmotech Hot Lap Challenge, round 2 of 2019, coming at you here from Interlagos GP IndyCar this evening. All right, tonight, drivers, you have 3.5 hours. That's right, 3.5 hours of practice, obviously, which started about an hour and a half ago. 3.5 hours of practice, and at the end of that practice, the 3 drivers with the top time on the board that have clean lap times in those top 3 positions will then advance to the final shootout. There'll be 3 drivers that will go out on track by themselves. We will clear the track at that time. The first driver in 3rd place will go out first. He will have 8 minutes to get his or her best time on the track. The second driver with the best time will then go out and get his 8 minutes, and then the driver that had the top time on the board today will go out and try to beat those 2nd and 3rd place position drivers to win that overall prize this evening. Now, one thing we have changed for tonight, nothing to do really with our event, but after the event, we've decided to give you drivers an extra hour of practice, or if you want to look at some of the lap times that those top drivers were laying down and see if you where they were getting those extra few inches time on the board. You'll have an hour after we finish our championship tonight to go out and practice and see if better their times. So we look forward to seeing everyone here in this final showdown tonight for our round 2 here in 2019. We do appreciate all of you for coming out, and a big thanks to Ricmotech and, of course, Sean Cole from the Sim Pit for helping put this event on and making it such a great show for all of you tonight. Track temp has dropped just a little bit, drivers. We're back down to that 84-degree track temp. Must have some cloud cover out there on some of the corners. Opportunity to get out there and try and get that best time right now. So if you're sitting in the pits waiting for an opportunity, this would be the one. Good luck to each and every one of you out there this evening. Having a blast covering all these events for you each month. We do appreciate all of you for participating and being involved and making it such a successful opportunity for all of us out there to express our passion for racing and go out there and have some hot lap fun. And we see we have Mike Dam out of the trot on the track in his number 93 IndyCar, bringing a 121.325 in on his second lap here. We know we'll see him climb up to the board. Former Extreme Motorsports Ricmotech Sports Car Series champion there, Mr. Mike Dam. He's won it in both the Mustang FR500 and in the Global Mazda over there at the Extreme Motorsports Series. So great to see Mike Dam out there tonight. He and Pat Iannucci always love to duke it out. So we'll be seeing them out there with the old Sim Pit crew team and Extreme Motorsports going at it here again tonight at the top of the board.
I'm back.
You have arrived, I see.
Yeah, I,
completely refreshed?
Well, I wouldn't go that far. I made coffee, so...
so soon to be refreshed.
As soon as that's done, then we're talking. Yeah, that's right.
Yes.
That's right.
That's when the fuel kicks in.
And let's see, Brandon.
Well, go ahead.
Ricmotech specific questions in the chat, so I'm going to go backward in chat just a little bit and see if I can catch up with things. How does Ricmotech ship to Canada? Do you know the answer to that, Kevin?
Yeah, I'm looking at it here. What part of the chat are you seeing?
Oh, my first question is, does Ricmotech ship to Canada?
Yes, they do.
Okay.
They ship worldwide.
Armando asks if anybody has a Ricmotech Mini Mite direct drive wheel. I don't, but I wouldn't be surprised if we're watching one up in those two cameras above me.
Yeah, I can state that we have several drivers, I believe 4 or 5 in our Ricmotech Sports Car Series. And there's probably 3 or 4 drivers in our World Challenge Series that are running that steering wheel. I've heard nothing but great things from those drivers. Haven't really heard anything about any hiccups performance-wise. I had an opportunity to drive on it myself. 12 hours of Sebring on iRacing at the Ricmotech facility in Miami last year. And coming from a direct drive wheel that I used myself, I was absolutely floored at the performance of that smaller motor compared to what I run here. So, yeah, it's really an outstanding piece of.
There you go. There you go. And thank you, Tim and Kimber, for telling RF about the whole Discord thing and patron program. And Tim, I need to order some new Simpit stickers, and as soon as I do, I will send you one. Something I need to take care of.
Well, we were just talking about him. 5 laps in, Mr. Mike Dam in that number 93 IndyCar takes it to the top with a 118.752. Unbelievable. Great job, Mr. Dam.
Whoa.
Boy, Mike wasn't going to wait around long, was he?
No, how very Jean-Claude of him. Very Jean-Claude of him.
Right. What a guy, what a guy. Michael Gordon answers back in his number 11 with a 118.783, and David Brunel gets him another best time there out of the UK, moving up into that P7 with a 119.295. We now have 4 drivers in the 118s. That's right, P1 through P4. Mike Dam, Michael Gordon, Pat Iannucci, and Benjamin Worthman going at it there in the top 4. Oh, now we have 5 drivers in the top. Oh, no, he's in a 118.983. Yes, he did. David Clymer in that number 242, bopping up into the 118s now. 5 drivers up there.
I'm still driving like Fakaka.
I knew him once. Seems to come around every time I get in the car. Oh, Michael Borden's knocking on the door of Mike Dam there. A 118.783, just 0.03 of a second behind Mr. Dam out of Canada. New best time out of Brent Elmore, moving him up into that P22 position from Indiana with a 124.196.
Come on, turn. Grip. Whoa.
Shaun coming out of Curvin de Sol, heading out of turn 3 there, down onto that relatively long straightaway there that takes you down into turn 4. Very difficult corner on entry here. Boy, it tightens up on the exit as he heads down out of 5, coming up into 6 here up the hill. Very important to get a nice quick entry into here, get a nice launch off of that corner. Takes you down to that very tight wrapping right-hander. And back to the left, down through turn 9.
I am overdriving right now.
Coming up into 10, very tight radius here. Really got to get that car to wrap early. Nice exit out of there, coming down into 11, into Magolo. Up the hill into 12, another very treacherous corner to get right. You want to get that launch up onto that straightaway. Shaun gets a good run up out of here, up into 13. So bring him around turn 14. There's just that slight bend there at the end before you get up onto the straight part out of 15. Coming up across the line, let's see what kind of time Shaun lands here as he hits the stripe with a 120.296. Still about 7/10 off his best time of a 119.509. Any adjustments you're able to make to the car, Shaun?
I don't know. I haven't looked into any adjustments.
Wonder if there's any steering or anything that's adjustable in there. I've not spent a lot of time in this car. I know it's a lot of fun to drive.
Oh, garbage! Garbage! Man, Ben's flying. I can't even stay with him.
Oh, Mike Dam, look at him, look at him. 118.453, dumping a 3/10 lead onto his partner there. Mr. Pat Iannucci out of New York with a 118.758. Man, these two, that we're going to see them battling it out here all night long. Michael Borden and Benjamin Worthen right behind him with a 118.783 and a 118.871. What a battle we're going to have tonight in that top 5. we have a special announcement for all you drivers back there in 9th, 10th, 12th, 14th, and 15th, or any one of those spots behind the 8th position. That's right, tonight we have a joker bonus that we're giving out. 7 points to the driver that finishes in 8th position tonight when we get to the end of our practice to warm up and qualify for that final free shootout. Whoever finishes in 8th position at that time when we clear the track, that driver will get a 7-point bonus in the Ricmotech Hot Lap Championship for this year. I believe I just heard the leaders at the top of the board have a big sigh. Again, great to see everyone out there tonight. I've been checking out some of the liveries out on track. Great paint schemes tonight, drivers. Really enjoying some of those combinations of colors and logos out there. Definitely looking sharp, making our presentation on the Sim Pit look even better. Shaun, looks like you're locked into a draft there, buddy.
Yeah, we're trying that out. Whoa!
Oh! You know,
doesn't help if my drafter disappears.
Nope, that never works out well. Good to see Brandon Whitworth joining us this evening in that number 74 IndyCar out of the Mid-South. Driver from the Extreme Motorsports Ricmotech Sports Car Series, Mr. Brandon Whitworth, been around the series for quite some time. Great to see him out here tonight. He's going to get his first time down here just momentarily as he's getting that car warmed up and ready to go.
Oh, you know what I smell?
Uh-oh. You didn't blow the motor, did you?
No, I smell coffee.
Oh, the other Petro.
All right, let's see. Do we know who? So Ricmotech Red. No, it's not frozen. I see people walking around, so everything's good there. Do we know who's in which rig?
Okay, that's let's see. I believe that's Sebastian Perez in the Ricmotech Black. Ricmotech Red is... let me find Andy walkie-talkie app that Frank and I communicate with behind the scenes. Let's just give Frank a call here. Mr. Frank, do you have a copy? I've got you live here on our little app. All right, we're curious who that driver is in Ricmotech Red. Oh, that is Sebastian Preza. Okay, I was trying to make that out. Who do we have in Ricmotech Black at the moment? Okay, that is Brad Perez in Ricmotech Black.
And he's actually logged in as Brad Perez, correct?
Yes, he is. Yes, he is. He's actually logged in under his name. Yep. And then in Ricmotech Red, we have Sebastian Preza.
And
so Brad Perez and Sebastian Preza.
And that one's going to be Frank Rico. So Perez is the login for Black, and Rico is the login for Red. No, that can't be.
No, that can't be.
No, because I'm looking at it. He's turning left and the car's going right. Are we sure that's not Brad Perez?
Well, okay. What we're seeing is Brad Perez, I believe, in Ricmotech Black in the big.
Whoa.
Driven by Giuseppe.
Ah, okay.
Okay, gotcha. So is Giuseppe in red rig in the... Oh, gotcha. Way over there on the rig on the far right. That's just...
I'm so confused. I have my camera watching Brad Perez as I go get my coffee fill.
Oh, fantastic.
And then
all right, so here's what we have. We, Sean, we have Giuseppe Iannucci. He is in that far right rig. If you see the red rig there,
it's almost off camera.
And he's right at the very far right edge of the camera. So Giuseppe Iannucci is actually visiting the Ricmotech facility there in Miami.
Oh, that's really cool.
Yeah, his brother Pat lives near there and about 45 minutes away, I believe. And so he's down visiting his brother, and they were both going to go down, but Pat decided to stay on his rig, and Giuseppe went to the shop to check out the Ricmotech outfit.
Right on. That's very cool.
Yeah, yep.
I'm just warming up. Yes, I am just warming up. We got great things. Oh, we dropped out of the top 10. Brutal. We're going to have to do something about that. But you know what? That's going to take a little coffee boost.
Ah, yes, it will.
People are asking, what is the makeup of Ricmotech Black? The rig itself. Like, what's he on?
That rig, he is on the Ricmotech direct drive wheel. He's sitting in a seat. I believe we have 50-inch monitors, triple screens on that system. It is also built on the Ricmotech APX UWSS 3000 motion simulator that contains the FlipSense motion simulator. Basically what it does is as you feel traction loss on the car, front or rear end, you feel that little bit of slip on the car. So it's very unique motion simulator. It absolutely blew my mind when I drove on it last year at the... That's pretty much the makeup of the rig. Again, GSeat, the Ricmotech mini direct drive wheel. Looks like they're running possibly the Momo quick release GT wheel on there now. I'd have to confirm that with Frank. X3000 UWSS slip motion simulator. Quite a rig. An extremely high-end sound system. Now we'll see if we can get Frank in here to pop in and chat with us a little. Frank, do you have a copy? Oh, we see Marino Reyes out here joining us from Florida, moving up into that P4 and getting into the 118s right behind Pat Iannucci with a 118.789, literally 0.03 of a second behind Pat in that P3 spot. We now have 6 drivers at the top of the board in the 118s. Our first driver in the 119s would be Sebastian Preza in that 7 with a 119.027, but I believe Sebastian's jumping into that Ricmotech black system, and we will certainly see some times popping out of him there. The kid's got some talent. Frank, do you have a copy?
I do.
Oh, right. Great to have you with us here. Frank Rico from Ricmotech, the head honcho, the man of the hour. Great to have you with us, Frank. Tell us a little bit about that system that you have there. I tried to give the best description that I had to my knowledge, but obviously you know it far more intimately.
Yeah, sure. So that is our AP Extreme 3000 ultra wide. So it has 43-inch displays mounted on that, and it features our SlipSense motion system, which is essentially a rear traction loss system. But because of the construction of the rig, as far as lightweight and needle-bearing rollers and other secrets that we do, it has a very crisp and quick reaction time. And so it really gives the driver a good sense of that rear tire slip angle. So going through a corner, you could really optimize your cornering speed by really sensing the slip angle of the rear tires. That rig has our Mini-Mike direct drive wheel on it with one of our rims with magnetic paddle shifters on that. It has our GT Pro 3 hydraulic pedals. We are currently testing the Sim Xperience GSeat on it, so that's mounted on there. We also have our Rally Pro handbrake, hydraulic handbrake mounted on there, and we have the Quaife H-pattern shifter, although neither of those two are being used tonight with this car, but it is on there. It also features 2 different vibration systems. We have our Earthquake, the Q10B shaker on there, which one of them is good enough to rattle the whole system, and then we also use a couple of Clark synthesis that are localized at the wheel and at the seat to give better sensations.
Yeah, Frank, it's really a very complex system, a lot of moving parts, and I'll tell you, when I had my experience there and just a great opportunity to be on that rig at your facility last year, the first time I drove out of the pits in that Ford GT, the hair stood up on my arms. I just couldn't get over the sensation of what I was feeling with that SlipSense. It was
Yeah, that does a really good job of transmitting information to the driver. So we've experimented with several motion systems, and we've narrowed it down to that being the one that provides the best information to the driver. So actually, the motion is useful information rather than some other systems out there which are primarily provide amusement. So yeah, we settled on this. We've gotten very good feedback on it. We've had lots of drivers test it and give us that feedback. And when it's used with VR, that sensation is multiplied.
I can't even imagine what that would feel like in VR, because you're now encapsulating yourself far more immersed and able to visually have that VR experience, and then be able to feel that physical SlipSense that, like you say, has been tested. It's dialed in for more of the experience and what you need to be feeling, and not so much just aching.
Yep, exactly.
So Frank, you know, I know you have multiple systems there. Obviously, that one being the cream of the crop. You know, someone had asked if you guys ship out of the country. Obviously, you guys ship overseas. You know, pretty much worldwide, I would imagine.
Yeah, so we sell all components to build it, or we can put together, we can help configure a complete system. We do ship worldwide for a complete rig. Obviously we'll have to quote the freight cost, but we do ship everything flat packed, and there's thorough manuals with lots of illustrations showing how the whole thing goes together. So we've had customers all over the world get our equipment and get it up and running quickly. And then what we're most proud of is support. So you can ask any of our customers. I hate it when somebody has an issue, but it's also a good opportunity to demonstrate what we do as far as support. And so that's what we really pride ourselves on: being available, picking up the phone, remoting in, helping customers when there's issues and getting things up and running. And if it's a warranty issue, get any replacement parts sent out as quickly as possible, or get things turned around to get everybody back up.
Yeah, I think that's a big benefit that you bring to the table, Frank. Being located here in the U.S., all of us same road race drivers here in the U.S., but it is great that you've been able to expand over the years, to different product lines, and obviously your big goal is customer service. There was one thing that attracted us to you at Extreme Motorsports, to bring that marriage that we've had together, over the last few years with our different series, and the customer support was really the thing. Not only have you been able to provide that to the level that you do, having, contact at a phone call's notice, but you've expanded into other supplies. You're carrying Leo Bodner parts, is that correct?
Yeah, we are a distributor, U.S. distributor for Leo Bodner. We're a U.S. distributor for ProSim and Quave gearboxes. We're a Thrustmaster distributor. We are a distributor for MPIs, Max Pappas wheels. And we're working with Max Pappas on developing new products specifically for sim use. We're a reseller for Momo as well. And we carry the line of SRD displays from Renovatio Development. So yes, we do carry quite a bit of parts. We do manufacture a lot of our parts as well. So yeah, we try to bring everything under one umbrella. It really helps the customer when they can, when they have a question of does this work with that, and how can I make this all work together. Having one source that can provide all of that, and so I like the feeling of being able to kind of control the whole thing, make sure that everything will work together, rather than sending customers to here, go buy this from this place, go buy that from that place, and piece it together yourself. We're able to fully support it. So that's kind of been the big reason of bringing all product lines under one umbrella.
Well, I would imagine it gives you the ability to support drivers that maybe are new to sim racing, that even have Logitech products. I know you have support mods for pedals for Logitech products as well as other brands. So, having that supply ability gives you that ability to support even those drivers as well. So pretty much anybody from, starting out in sim racing to even the highest levels, you can pretty much walk them through the board. I think that's...
Yeah. When I started this, we started out with just some mods and upgrades, and just over time, we wanted and our customers wanted something a little bit better, and then something a little bit better, and then something a little bit better. So I'm actually proud that we supported from do-it-yourself plans for a cockpit, which was our very first product, up to higher end. We can kind of fulfill the gamut, and we can mix and match those components. So not everybody has a budget or has a need for everything high end, or not everybody wants everything low end. So we're actually able to mix and match, and we can put rigs together that fall within a budget and then are still modular and can be upgraded over time. So I really like being able to do that, and not just focus on only the high-end sim racing or only the low-end sim racing, but all of sim racing.
Yeah, it's tremendous, Frank, and I think all our viewers can certainly tell the amount of passion that you have for sim racing is really tremendous, and that makes a big difference. And as we all know, when we're out there on track and we have something go down, or we have a piece of equipment fail, or we need to replace a spring on our pedals, or whatever the case may be, that downtime is like panic mode. You know, you almost go into cardiac arrest. I can't go drive when I want. What? Yeah. So to be able to, you know, to have somebody that you can resource like that, I know it's been a big benefit for myself, and I've had needs. You guys have been just fantastic with your support, and things sent right back out to us. So.
No, I really take pride in that. You know, for me, when somebody has one of our products and there's an issue with it, it's embarrassing to me that there was a problem to begin with, and so it becomes personal as far as getting it resolved. I really stand behind it, and I know sim racing is something that's not just done 9 to 5. So we're pretty much available. I always tell my customers, if you have an issue that's a showstopper, call us and leave a voicemail. I check voicemails when I see them come in, and then when I hear that it's a showstopper, they need to be right away, and I know that I can get them up and running. I will return that call. I sometimes get nasty looks from my wife when I'm responding to these calls, but I know what it's like. When you want to sim race, you want to sim race, and it's not a 9 to 5 thing.
You're right. Yeah, that is so true. It's amazing, you know, how devoted and dedicated we are all, you know, as sim racers, and you've had a lot of opportunities. Obviously, you a lot of events at Miami Speedway. We had that one last weekend. It was a neat event where you guys set up a simulator there and allow fans and drivers alike to come by and get on the sim. We had some driver instruction for a lot of the drivers there, so that was always fun for any of the viewers out there that are in the Florida area or have an opportunity to go to any of those events at Miami Speedway. Make sure you stop by and check out the Ricmotech event there. So yeah, it's been quite a few years for you, Frank, as this thing's been growing, and opportunities are happening all over the country for you. So we're really happy for you, buddy.
Thanks. And I really enjoy doing these events once a month. So it kind of gives us a chance to interact with everybody, get them to see it, and have a good time, be in a relaxed atmosphere, and I love doing this.
Yeah, well, it shows, man. We sure enjoy doing these events with you as well, and neat watching that weather change out here. Our track temp has dropped all the way down to 84 degrees now, so you can see that cloud cover is really drawing the attention of the drivers. It's getting noisy out there on the course, and so we'll see how this plays out. It's going to be another big, exciting showdown, I'm sure. At the end of this thing,
I'll be there. I'll be there. I can't wait to see what happens.
I know. It's always exciting. Yeah,
Pat Iannucci is sitting at the top of the points, and let's see if he can hold on to it.
So who do we have in second and third in the championship? Do you know off the top of your head?
Second and third, I can tell you right now. Hang on, let me look at the points sheet.
All right. Yeah, that's the Ricmotech Hot Lap Championship that we're speaking of here for 2019. Changed things up this year. Last year was our first year. We had 12 events throughout the year of 2018. This year, instead of doing just a monthly prize, we've added a championship to it. That's right. You can go to Ricmotech.com, visit their website, and get signed up, and all the requirements and all the fun things that you can race for and be a part of this Hot Lap Championship now for 2019. Frank's looking up those top couple of drivers. Who do we have there at the top?
So we got Pat Iannucci at the top. We got Michael Borton second in points, and Sean Cole is sitting third in points because last month he managed to hit the Joker bonus. So that bumped him up to third ahead of Robert Hartley, which would have otherwise had that third spot.
See, look at that. That just shows that there's a lot of other opportunities for drivers in this event to grab those little surprise Joker points and throw at them to move up the list.
Are you saying Sean couldn't be there if it wasn't for the Joker points?
well, I wasn't going to go there.
Let's just put it this way. Sean's targeting 8th place tonight.
Yes, he is. I know. I was wondering why he was kind of floating right around that spot. Yeah, see, he's just, he's out there just mousing his way around the track. See, he's going for the big points. good stuff. Yeah, this will be fun tonight. Boy, I'm looking forward to that big showdown as we've got quite a few drivers out on the track now. We do have a few pit stalls left. I think we have about 5 remaining here tonight. We're going to fill up these 40 pit stalls here, and a lot of great drivers out on track. A lot of the Sim Pit crew drivers, a lot of them extreme motorsports drivers, and we see a lot of drivers just down at the open house there this evening in Miami. Frank's been pretty busy tonight as we've got some of the drivers that we've seen in our series are actually down in the Miami area tonight, and they're actually visiting the Ricmotech facility and having an opportunity to drive those incredible simulators that they have there set up. So if you ever get down in the Florida area, make sure you visit Miami, Florida, and give Rick a call and check out their facility. It's a fun one to see. It's a Disney World for sim racers is what I like to call it.
That it is. That it is.
Well, we still have Mike Dam sitting up at the top of the board there in that P1 slot, holding on to that 118. Oh my goodness, I was just talking live on the Sim Pit here and noticed that Mike Dam shaving that time even further down. I did not think we'd get below. Oh, and again, he pops a 118.140. Amazing time. Marino Reyes, we see him now moving up into P2 position in that number 30 with a 118.395, and Benjamin Worthen still holding on to that 118.663. What a race we have here for that top spot in that top 3. Just remember, drivers, there is those Joker points available tonight. The driver that finishes at the end of our pre-qualifying competition here tonight in that P8. That's right, P8 is our Joker spot tonight. That will gain you 7 bonus points in the Ricmotech Championship.
I see another one of the Sim Pit crew came out, Joa Antonio. David Blair was here and he left, but 2 more Sim Pit guys.
Okay, sorry about that, Sean. I was having a little side conversation there with Frank. Who'd you say jumped in?
Oh, Joa Antonio, part of the Sim Pit team.
Joe Antonio. Okay, great. Good to see him out here tonight. Hi, good to see Joe Antonio joining us out of Canada this evening. He'll be driving that number 31 IndyCar tonight. Kind of lap times he can display for us this evening out on track. That track temp just keeps dropping, drivers. It's dropped down to 80 degrees now, 80 degrees. We're going to start seeing those times coming down. We see a car going wide off P1 there, so our T1, careful going into that entry.
Oh, Doug Hawley in the, Brandon, get this, Brandon, he's in the Wienermobile. We were just talking to Wiener Schnitzel. I almost had to go. I almost had to go get myself some chili cheese dogs today, but just didn't have the time. Bless you. So we're going to watch Doug Hawley because I am getting the look, as I like to call it. Somehow I was able to make coffee and get a cup of coffee without my dog realizing it was time to be fed. And he's no longer in the dark about where we are in the day, apparently. So,
right.
I made a little progress. I'm going to feed the dog, take a quick little 5-minute break, and come back and try to move up even more.
All right, sounds good, buddy. Good luck feeding the dog, and we'll wait here.
We're watching Doug Hawley, by the way.
Oh, we're watching Doug Hawley. Good deal. Doug here. Sandman has joined us tonight. Good to see George Sandman here with us tonight out of California, coming in with a P9 position at a 118.944. Well, to our viewers out there on the Sim Pit, we welcome you to the Ricmotech Hot Lap Challenge Round 2 edition for February of 2019. If you would like to join us, we do have a few more pit stalls available. I think there's about 4 spots remaining to get out on track in the IndyCar. That's right, the circa 2011 IndyCar here at Interlagos GP under mostly cloudy skies tonight. The ambient temperature sitting around 71.8 degrees, track temperature 82 degrees. Right now at the present time, we have winds out of the northwest at 8 miles per hour, relative humidity out here on. Drivers are getting some great times here tonight. We're watching them just drop like flies up there at the top of the board. Some of the drivers that thought they had that incredible time with a 119 flat, they got bumped. They fell back to 10th, 12th place. That's right, the 118s came into the picture. Then we started dropping down into the 118 fives, and the times continued to drop. Now we're sitting with Mike Dam. Mike Dam now sitting with a 118.028, literally 200ths of a second off of the 117. Unbelievable time out of Mr. Dam tonight, but Marino Reyes right behind him out of Florida with a 118.699. Drivers, we do ask you to be courteous out there tonight. We do have quite a few cars out on the track, and it seems to get busier every time that cloud cover comes in. We've got the sun coming out now. Track temps coming back up to 84 degrees. But when it's busy, let's be sure that we keep our situation awareness up. Use that F3 relative box. It can be your best friend when you're exiting that pit. Everybody's out here trying to achieve the same things. Courtesy at a premium, and keep that situation awareness nice and high. We appreciate drivers. Everybody's great out here this evening. We appreciate your great sportsmanship. Oh, Brian Purdell coming up into the P12 slot now, starting to sneak up into that top 10. He's going after that joker spot there. P8 tonight will get you 7 bonus points in that championship. Brian Purdell with a 119 flat now, 119.080. Good to see Phil Scruton out with us this evening out of Canada, and that number 34 IndyCar. 124.688 is one of the best times here so far. He's only got a handful of laps out on the track, holding down that P28 position at the present time. Looks like Joe Antonio is going to hit the track there out of Canada in that number 31 IndyCar. He's starting to roll out. Let's see what kind of laps he can lay down here this evening. Nick Superling joining us again tonight out of Club, Ohio, one of our regulars here in the Ricmotech Hot Lap Challenge. Great to see him out this evening as well.
that be it? Yeah, you have a solid hour from right now.
Did you notice the front tires really don't have a lot of grip as far as moving down?
Yeah.
You almost have to just maybe around the slow corner.
Well, like you said, the rubber coming in is going to help that.
Yeah, I think so. I have a feeling that the tire pressure might be a bit high on that too.
Well, it's bottoming out too. I'm lifting my front tire.
Oh, is it?
Yeah.
Oh.
But everybody's on the same set, and it's a decent balance, so it's a fun to drive set.
Yeah, it's definitely fun to drive. It's not like it has.
Yeah.
But I'm happy with my last time.
Yeah, you were flying.
Yeah, for a while.
You're on the air, just so you know.
What's that?
You're on the air.
Oh my God.
I just walked back in.
New best time out of Phil Scruton out of Canada, getting
All
a
right.
121.412 in that number 34. Great job. Good to see.
That was John Hill, everybody. Oh, just letting you guys all into the world of
Oh, you're back. You're back.
I'm back. Oh, I'm gonna have to take the dog out again. He didn't really, he got fed, so now he's gonna need to go out. But my room's really hot again today, so I figure I can do another session. You know, I used to have a fan that would sit here, and it died. I lost a few items in my room when I first started trying out VR.
Oh, really?
Yeah, and the fan was one of the first to get murdered by my right foot while playing a game called Robo Recall.
Oh, boy.
And then I took out one of my monitors. And
Boy, I'd stick to rape.
Then I decided I should move my VR out of my race room.
That would be the safest thing?
The cheapest thing.
And yes, the cheapest, yes. Is Nick Superling with you guys?
Yeah.
Yeah. I thought so.
He's one of us.
Yep. One of you guys?
Yeah. Oh, look at that. I'm in the magic point spot. How did that work out?
Oh, well.
Don't play chess with me.
Oh, George Sandman moving up into that P9 out of California with that 118.886. Knocking on the door of that Joker spot. That's right, Sean Cole. Sitting in that P8 right now with a 118.828. He owns that 7-point bonus at this time. Actually going to have a couple of challenges tonight because coming down to that final countdown here for that showdown, we're going to see who's going to win that 7-point Joker bonus too.
That's right. Come on, Cole. Everybody spins. I was about to compliment myself and how I was like Moses and it was the parting of the Red Seas in front of me. Cars going left, cars going right. And then I spun. Ruined a perfect moment. Ah, not in the green.
Oh, no, no. Oh,
Someone.
ouch.
Oh, George
Escape,
Sandman
escape,
jumped
escape.
up into 5th. That's where I've lost the magic spot.
Uh-oh.
RF, what is the Canadian Motor City?
Oh, George Sandman gets his best time now with a 118.653, moving up into that P5 spot. All right, looks like we have Giuseppe Iannucci jumping into the APX 3000 Slip Sense Simulant.
In the blue shirt?
Giuseppe Iannucci. Blue shirt, yep.
Oh, I'm just curbing it now. Come on, Cole. Oh, I keep hitting escape on the wrong thing. It's a miracle I haven't shut down the stream by accident. Oshawa. Okay. Oshawa, 20 minutes from Mossport. Oh, look, it's Tom Dudek.
Haha. Might get some draft there, Sean.
Yeah, definitely. You can see a big difference. shit guy!
Hi.
Oh, there he is. There's the monkey. What up, buddy? Alright, let's look at the leaderboard.
Oh, George Sandman creeping up the board there, moving up to that P3 slot, and knocking Pat Iannucci back down to P4. George coming in with a 1:18.586. Still about 4/10 off our 2 leaders, but an excellent time out of George.
Go get him, George! Hey, who put the Frank Rico machine up into the 5 spot?
That would have been Giuseppe Iannucci moving that P5, moving that Frank Rico machine up into P5. Giuseppe Iannucci coming in with a 1:18.608, the fastest time on that Ricmotech Motion Slip Sense Simulator here this evening down at the open house that they're having tonight at the facility in Miami, Florida. That's right. If you ever get a chance to be down in the Southeast, be sure to get a hold of Ricmotech, as they are located in Miami, Florida. It is a Disney for sim racers. They've got all kinds of great goodies there. A lot of simulators you can go in and test out. So next time you're down in Miami, Florida, make sure to ring up at ricmotech.com.
So I notice Giannucci is able to put in 1:18s while texting on his cell phone. Something bad was going to happen there. Whoops, whoops, whoops. Alright, I am going to take my dog out because he's bothering me and I'm already overheating again, wouldn't you know it. And I got to start mentally preparing for my final session because looking at things right now, not looking good for me to make the final 3, is it?
Yeah, we only have about 50 minutes remaining. 50 minutes remaining.
I'm not really happy with what I've got going on here. Not happy about it. Yeah,
before that showdown goes down, 50 minutes. How's that coffee doing you?
The coffee's starting to kick in a little bit.
Okay, so you're going to be all ready by the time you get back to show us how it's done.
I think the walk will do me some good. A little fresh air.
Yeah, absolutely.
Alright, yeah, Giuseppe spun out. I saw him correcting. So I'm going to leave it on him since you can watch the driver as well as the car.
Yep.
So yeah, we're watching the 999 machine.
Ah, all right. Sounds good.
And I'll be
That
right
would be
back.
Brad Perez driving that vehicle.
Oh, I thought that was Giuseppe. I got it all
Nope,
wrong.
Giuseppe got out of the car. No, he's wearing a blue shirt too, but he
Okay.
got out and Brad got in. Yeah.
I gotcha. Okay. Yeah, hydrate time, RF. Definitely time to hydrate.
Well, we still have Mike Dam sitting at the top of the board here with a 118.028. Unbelievable time down at that 118 flat here at Interlagos. Marino Reyes still holding on to second place with a 118.121. George Salmon sitting third out of California with a 118.586. So he's about 0.4 back off of our two leaders. Now, literally 1/1000th of a second off of P3 is Pat Iannucci with a 118.587, where George is a 586. Then moving back to P5, we had Giuseppe Iannucci jump into that Ricmotech simulator down there at the Ricmotech facility in Miami. He got in that thing and in 2 laps knocked out a 118.608, moving the Frank Rico driving machine up to P5. Benjamin Worthen holding on to P6. He's just, 0.06 of a second out of that top 5 with a 118.663. Michael Borden coming into P7 out of the Midwest with a 118.671. He's holding down 7th there. P8 is David Grunnell out of the UK with a 118.